Hello students, this is Indrani ma'am from Sir Prasayan. In this lecture I am going to explain this question. Pick out the minor contributing structure with proper reasoning in each of the following pairs of structures. 4 species are given. One by one we will solve. Now remember, all resonating structures are not equally contributing. Resonating structures with more covalent bonds are normally more contributing than those with lesser number of covalent bonds, because remember, more the number of covalent bonds, the less is the energy of the species and more is the stability. That means number of covalent bonds and stability are directly proportional. Now see here, in this resonating structure 1, 2, 3, 3 covalent bonds are there, and here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 covalent bonds are there. So greater the number of covalent bonds, more is the stability of the species. So if the stability of the species is more, it is more contributing. So between these two, this one is more contributing than this. In another way, you can say this answer. Remember, species having complete octet are more stable than the species having incomplete octet. Now see, in this structure, this nitrogen is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 valence electrons. So it is having incomplete octet. But in this structure, all the atoms are having complete octet. This nitrogen, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons in its valence shell. This nitrogen is also having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons in its valence shell. Similarly, this carbon is also having 8 electrons in its valence shell. Each hydrogen is having 2 electrons in its valence shell. So here complete octet is there. So this is more stable, more contributing than this resonating structure. So here this resonating structure is having major contribution and this one is having minor contribution. This is minor contributing structure. Next, now for this we will solve. Now see here, this species is having 1, 2, 3 covalent bonds. This is also having 1, 2, 3 covalent bonds. So on that ground, both are equally contributing. Now if the different resonating structures have same number of covalent bond, then uncharged structure have major contribution. Both of these two resonating structures are charged structure. So these two are equally contributing. So next point, what you have to see, species having complete octet are more stable. Now see here, this carbon is having how many electrons in its valence shell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means incomplete octet is there for this carbon. Similarly, this nitrogen, it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons in its valence shell. So here also one atom is there, here also one atom is there where incomplete octet is there. So on that ground also you cannot differentiate the contribution. Now remember, positive charge on electropositive element and negative charge on electronegative element is more stable. Now see here, in this structure, negative charge is there on nitrogen, which is more electronegative than carbon, and carbon is having positive charge. It is less electronegative. But here carbon is less electronegative than nitrogen, but it is having negative charge. Nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon, but it is having positive charge. So this resonating structure is less contributing. So it is having minor contribution and this one is having major contribution. Now see, two resonating structures are given. So which one is having minor contribution and which one is having major contribution, we have to find out. Now see here, how many covalent bonds are there? 1, 2, 3. Here 3 covalent bonds are there and here 2 covalent bonds are there. Both are charged structure. So obviously the structure which is having greater number of covalent bond is having major contribution. So this is one point. Another thing, now see from here to here how you will get, if you break this pi bond in this direction, you will get this resonating structure. In this resonating structure, two adjacent atoms are having same charge. If two adjacent atoms are having same charge, then repulsion will be there. So here two adjacent atoms are having negative charge, so repulsion will be there between these like charges, and this is less stable and this is having minor contribution. This is having major contribution. So from this point of view and from this point of view, you can give the answer. Next, now see, this is acetate ion. If you shift these two electrons here, you will get this resonating structure. Now we have to find out which one is having major contribution, which one is having minor contribution. Now note down, any structure in which a second period element of the periodic table has more than 8 electrons in its outermost shell, means valence shell, has zero contribution. Now see here, oxygen is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 electrons in its valence shell. This oxygen is also having 8 electrons in its valence shell. Carbon is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons in its valence shell. This carbon is also having 8 electrons in its valence shell. In this resonating structure, now see, carbon, oxygen all are period 2 element. But here carbon is having how many electrons in its valence shell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 electrons in its valence shell. So this resonating structure has zero contribution, means it is minor contributing structure, and this one is major contributing structure. Though it is having 1, 2, 3, 4 covalent bonds, and it is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 covalent bonds. But you have to consider also this point. In this video till this, if you like, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.